Shalom, Israel. It's the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of One West, following New York, under command of Gen.YAHANNA, 125th Street. Here to bring out the truth and bring out the truth since 1969. You understand? And we want to touch on today a very, I guess, it's a sensitive subject in the world, but it's a very serious and a subject that shouldn't be among Israel. It's a law that we should know better. We should not be dealing with. And one of the reasons why we have to even deal with this situation is because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
So we want to talk about abortion, which is pretty much on everybody's conversation, especially because what's that? What state is that? Is it Alabama? Alabama decided that no one can legally get an abortion, and this is driving women crazy. Women feel like it's their body. No man knows what they go through. They shouldn't have to. No one should have to tell them that they cannot make this decision. No one should tell them that they shouldn't be able to take the life of their fetus. And no one has to deal with that baby. No one has to raise it. No one has to hear that baby calling them mommy. You understand? And it's when you think about it and get down to the core of it, it's really a disgusting conversation to have when you're on the opposing team, when you pretty much feel like that you can abort a life when the Most High decided that He gave you that life. People understand that having a child, having a baby is a blessing. You understand? Like, we need to understand that the Most High put us here and told us in Genesis to be fruitful and multiply. You understand? Like, that's a blessing to you. You know how many women out here that cannot reproduce? How many men out here that cannot reproduce? You understand? How many men die young before they even get a chance to have a child? You understand? How many women's wombs get destroyed from whatever element that they deal with, and they cannot have children? You understand? White women go through all types of scientific developments and new studies to be able to have babies. You know, they got women out here having what is it called when you have a woman, when a woman egg, they put inside another woman.
Oh, in vitro.
In vitro. Wow, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like so many people go through so much in order to be able to have this beautiful gift of a child, raising a child. You understand? Like even homosexuals adopt because they want to have that. They want to have that joy of raising a child, which I'm we definitely in I.S.U.P.K. am against. I feel like that's confusion off top. You understand? But it's a terrible thing. And I want to get into the laws that the Most High set for us, that let us know that you feeling like you should be able to murder that child. You're preachers, because the sad thing is most Christians and those Sunday churchgoers, they with it. They all with it. They okay with it. You understand? Like, they feel like, yes, it's a woman's right. She shouldn't. You shouldn't. It shouldn't be pressured or put on her to give life. You understand? When the Most High put that life in you, like you didn't do it yourself. You understand? Like you didn't fill out some paperwork and sign your name on the wrong part, and then now you got a baby. You understand? You laid down with a man. You had sex. You understand? Animals do it all the time. Animals give birth. You understand? And women seem to feel like I shouldn't have to understand that I did the act, but I shouldn't have to deal with the consequences of this act. You understand? I'm gonna get into these scriptures, and we're gonna definitely get into some statistics and let you know what I mean, because it's a big debate, and people go to the first, like women love to go to the first biggest thing that they can debate about, and that is, of course, what if she was raped? What if she was molested? You understand? But I want to definitely, I want to see what the Most High. I want to show y'all what the Most High has to say about that. You understand? I want to, matter of fact, get into Exodus 20 and 13. One second. Israel.
Exodus 20:13.
Come on. I was gonna grab you. Wanna?
Huh.
What, sir?
Anytime. Exodus 20:13.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not kill.
Oh, thou shalt not kill. You understand? And matter of fact, so if you could, if you could break that, if you can give them understanding of the text, which is exactly, you know what I mean, us as Israel is our true language. You understand?
Come. In Exodus 20:13, we read right here in the English, thou shalt not kill. But in the Hebrew, thou shalt not kill is la'ah harag, which is thou shalt not kill. It is not that. When you go to Exodus 20:13 in the Hebrew, it's thou shalt do no murder, which is la'ah the rat to zak in the Hebrew. So actually, the scripture is telling you, thou shalt do no murder. Christ said the same thing in the New Testament, that thou shalt do no murder.
Wow, so
Are you on the ball?
you understand? Like, you got to definitely understand that there's a difference between killing someone and murdering someone. I know you know what I mean. There's people out there that would love to play word games with them. You know what I mean? Whether it's, if you murder a man, you understand, what have you done? You killed him. You understand? But you have to think logically. You understand? Because even in the court of laws, you have to realize that there's definitely a difference. You understand? The police department get off with these same word games all the time. You understand? If you know what I mean, they would get off by saying that they didn't murder this man because they didn't get out their bed that morning and decide that I want to go kill this man. You understand? It happened in self-defense. You understand? Go ahead, sir. You got something?
And you're right about that. Just the other part of it, which I had meant to explain with your permission, is Matthew 19:18. And it says, he said unto them, which Jesus said, Yahushua, thou shalt do no murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. So, in a sense, there's no contradiction to what the Old Testament say and the New Testament, because what did Christ say? Thou shalt do no murder, which is in Matthew 19:18.
Wow, sir.
Are you on the bar?
You understand? So you definitely have to understand, you know what I mean, that there definitely is a difference You understand? You go to the Christian church, they're not gonna tell you that because they don't understand. You understand? You gotta come in the I.S.U.P.K. You gotta come into these classes. You understand? Like we here 6 days a week. You understand? Teaching our people. You know what I mean? Black man, Hispanic man, Native American. You understand? We here every day. I always forget the edge. It was
3428.
3428 Eastern Avenue. You understand? Come on down here. Fellowship with your brothers. You understand? You gotta understand, like, come on down here, fellowship with your brothers. Get you something to eat. Yeah, high holy days here. You understand? And get you the true meanings and understanding on the scriptures. You understand? Because we feel like that we're worshiping the Most High, and we're not. We worshiping really a white man. You understand? A white homosexual at that. You understand? That's pretty much what you're doing. So you need to come on in here. Bring your kids. You understand? We love the kids here. Bring your kids. Let them, don't worry about them making noise. Like don't let any excuse stop you from coming in. You understand? Like you definitely come in here. You're gonna get that work. You did. All right. We're gonna definitely get into because what's most important is what the Most High feels about this. You understand? I want to bring it down and we're going to talk about the statistics on reasons why women get abortions. You understand? Because I want to try to get rid of that big debate that people love to have. You understand? People is when you understand the reasons why people get abortions, then maybe it'll give you a better understanding of it. So you won't be one of those people that's on the other hand saying, well, I kind of understand. You know what I mean? It is a woman's body. We're going to get into that too. You understand? But I want to get you with this. All right. So this is one of the reasons. All right. We got fetal health problems. You understand? At 3%. That's fetal health problems. Now, but you know what I mean? For us that don't understand what that means, pretty much that the baby health is having issues. You know what I mean? The baby is having issues with health, and that could range from anything. A heart. It might be a bad heart. Brain might be underdeveloped. You know what I mean? The white man will kill you for anything. You know what I mean? You only get a chance. But you know what I mean? That's one of the reasons. You know what I mean? Like you, and even at that, you got to still think about giving this child a chance. You understand? Because just because the white man told you that, does that really set the standard for you to become a murderer? You understand? We got let me slow it down because I got a lot. Like this is a real touchy subject. You understand? Like let's get to the second one. All right. Coming in at 4%, we got physical health problems. Now this could be, I guess, maybe a defect, maybe an arm or something. You know what I mean? Maybe the rib cage might be underdeveloped, like anything like that. You know what I mean? It might be something, maybe a hand getting growing or whatever, or they had one leg or one arm, something like that. All right. Another 4% interferes with the career of a woman. Now, of course, this could mean anything. You know what I mean? A woman wants to be an actress, or she wants to be a singer, or she wants to be a lawyer, doctor. Any of these things and her taking time out to give birth, or taking time out to worry about daycare. What else could be an issue? Studying. She can't study because the baby needs things. You understand? It's a new baby. The baby is always going to need. Well, you know what I mean? So you gotta stop stepping. You gotta tend to the child. You understand? Just things that it's just something financially that you want to do. You want to advance in life financially, and now this baby is going to be a hindrance on you moving forward. All right. So let's get to the next bullet point. At 7%, not mature enough. You understand? Now, not mature enough. Now that could fall into many different categories. All right, maybe she was a baby. Maybe she had sex young. She could be as young as 13 and had as you know, she's about to have a baby. She's not. The family doesn't want to deal with it. It just is a terrible situation. Nobody wants to deal with it. You understand? Or maybe mentally, she's not mature enough. Maybe everybody around her knows that she still likes to run the streets. Still like she might be still in high school and she might hit school or she want to party. She just want to party. And maybe she doesn't feel like I'm just not mature enough to do this. You understand? All right. Next, at 8%, don't want to be a single mother. You understand? That's at 8%. You don't want to be a single mother. You understand? Then you gotta think about that. So now, this reason for abortion is, all right, yes, I wanted to have sex. I wanted to. I wanted this dude. He wanted me. And we decided to have sex, unprotected, and now he doesn't want to be bothered with me. And I don't want to have this baby alone. I don't want to be like I had visions of being a mother with a family. You understand? And now all of that is out the window because this dude doesn't want to be with me because we were just hooking up. We were just having fun. And now he's gone. The fun is over, he's gone. You understand? And or it could be she wants to be married. Because worldly people feel like if you didn't get that paper signed, if you didn't go to the courthouse, if the white man didn't give you papers to say you belong to him and he belongs to you, then you're single. You understand? Regardless of what the Bible says. That's what they feel like. Like people just still don't know, still don't understand that you know what I mean. According to the Most High, that sex means that you are married. You understand? Which is way more important than a piece of paper. There's nothing in the Bible that says, "Hey, you got papers on this person." If not, I don't care what y'all have done with each other, what type of bond, how your body has intertwined with this person. It doesn't matter if you don't have papers. If your name isn't signed and hers isn't signed, then it don't mean anything. A woman will decide that she can't be with a man anymore because he didn't decide that he's going to get those papers for her. You understand? We got to understand that paperwork doesn't mean that you're married. So you got to understand, like, women still be with the man and decide that, all right, because he decided that he doesn't want to be married yet, I don't want to be single and be a mother. You understand? That's that. All right, let's go down. At 19%, don't want more children. This is for the woman that already has children, and she didn't already she's struggling already with this kid or these two kids. And she's like, look, I don't want no more children. You understand? Like, yeah, I know what I did, and I know there's big consequences. Well, consequences of what I did is a baby. But goddamn, I really wasn't ready. So no, I can't. I can't do that. All right. Go down. At 23%, too poor to have a child. That's at 23%. Too poor to have a child. You understand? And that's one of those things where you gotta think about it like, because in the world, we see everybody's on TV. Like we judge our life off of TV. We judge our life, like matter of fact, we judge our life off of TV and off of social media. The people on social media, you understand, like they make you feel like their life is up here. When really they right on the same level with you, or might be a little bit below. But they know how to work that camera. They know how to work that social media to make it look good. So a lot of them will judge what's rich or poor, you know what I mean, by what we see. And that's the problem. So you feel like I'm too poor to have a child. Over time, it's not even that you're poor. It's just that you don't see yourself in a position that everybody else is. And that's what's bad. You understand? Let's go then. All right. So, matter of fact, let me recap. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got seven reasons that clearly, you know what I mean, are petty. But we got more. You understand? But wait, there's more. All right, 28. All right, Salakia at 6%. You know what I mean? And these are statistics. This is just put down as other reasons. You understand? So you know what I mean? You gotta understand that it's a set at other reasons, and whatever it may be. You understand? And at 0.5% is a victim of rape. You understand that? Now, and what's bad about this is that that's the biggest reason. Like that's the biggest argument that you'll get into is what if she was raped? You understand? You won't even get into these other reasons because of this 0.5% of someone being raped and they getting an abortion. Like that right there just lets you know like how much of a demon that's put on you. Because you don't recognize and don't want to deal with all these other reasons that make up the majority of this list. But we'll argue over the smallest percentage. That's a very small percentage of the reason why women actually get abortions. You understand? But we'll debate and fight over that. You understand? Like I feel like Israel, like sometimes we like to take up for the white man and not even understand it. You understand? Like and not even just women. Because I've talked to men about this also. You understand? Because I want to get both sides of the spectrum. Like I wanted to hear how both felt. And what's sad is that, you know what I mean, everybody that I've talked to, of course I didn't go to any heathens, I went to our people. And I talked to one man that I talked to actually felt like that it was wrong. You understand? And it's like and it's sad because these are our people. But it just all go back to what was in Exodus. It can all go back to I'm gonna go to Matthew 5:21. If you get it before me, start you can.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Matthew 5:21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill. Go ahead, sir. Slide it.
And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment.
Shall be in danger of the judgment. You understand? And I don't think that our women understand what the judgment is. You understand? I don't think, you know what I mean? A lot of times the man leaves. And you know what I mean? There's there's a lot of wicked men in the world. And you definitely have to be dealing with, you know what I mean, a righteous man. One of these men in the I.S.U.P.K, you know, so not to tell you, to destroy that life. You understand? Yes, I'm saying?
Exactly. A lot of people, even though this baby is still in the womb and, you know, not fully developed yet or come to a certain terms of weeks, you know, they don't understand the difference between kill and murder. Sometimes with kill, it can be a righteous and a just thing because you have to maybe kill to defend yourself. You might have to kill animals to eat if you're out there in the wilderness. You might have to kill to defend your brother, your sister, your nation, or to defend your family against attackers. So you might go ahead and kill somebody just to have that safety or provide or to fight for a righteous cause.
Right.
But to go ahead and murder is to take a life unjustified, which means when they having these abortions, they taking a baby and breaking a baby part by part, having the forceps go up into the womb and yank the baby out piece by piece, which they didn't give the life enough time to develop. So once it's in the womb and you got that umbilical cord coming from the mother to the child, and these lungs and the heart and the intestines and brain start to function and start to try to form and develop, that is a life. So it is considered murder.
Right. Wow, so definitely. Like that's the sad part because when you look up, you know what I mean, all you can go off is the white man's research, you understand, and try to decide when is a baby, when is a life actually alive. You understand? All you get is different people's opinions to understand when exactly a life is alive. So you never know. So you pretty much playing a game of maybe with a whole life. You understand that the Most High decided to put in you, decided that you were amongst many women that cannot have. You were worthy by the Most High to be able to have and give life to a child, give life to a prophet, a possible prophet, or or a woman that can help a prophet. You was given that, and then now the white man is giving you the opportunity to say, hey, if you don't want to, you don't have to, because it's your choice. That's your body. Don't let this man decide that he can take, that you cannot abort this baby. Because there's a lot of brothers that say, don't do it. Don't do it. But in the end, it's the woman's decision. And then a lot of brothers play games with women and say, hey, you know what? It's your decision. What do you want to do? They give the woman that power, knowing that you already put the pressure on that woman to decide that she don't want to have this baby. You understand? That she wants to take that life. You understand? Like that's the most disgusting part of it, because it's two parties against this defenseless child that didn't get a chance to even make a decision. This baby didn't get a chance to even decide, like, they even become wicked or righteous. Didn't get a chance at that because you took his life or her life. And then people, you know what I mean? Like, one of the things is that it's the biggest thing is a demon on you that makes you decide that you want to go that way and that you want to be able to destroy and take this life. And the thing, like, most women have, they regret it as soon as it's done. Like, once it's done, they crying. You know what I mean? They're walking out, and a lot of times, the brother, he not even there. He gave them the money to make sure it was taken care of. But they got their friends there, their family. And they once they pick them up, because they can't leave by themselves. They pick them up, they crying, they hurt about it. And the worst part is, like, they feel so destroyed by that. You understand? And the reason why they feel so destroyed about it because they had that demon working on their mind, telling them, do it. Like you got it for all these petty excuses. You got a career to look forward to. You understand? You still in school. You understand? You're not married to this man. What's your mother gonna think about that? You understand? What's your family gonna think about that? Your first child, and you're not even married to this man. Like you gotta think about that. And once all those thoughts leave your brain, you feel hurt and you feel disgusted with yourself. And the reason why you feel like that is because that demon that was dealing with you, his job is done. He already done his job, and now he can move on. That demon left. That's why you feel so hurt after the job is done. After the doctors had taken that baby out of you, have ripped that baby out of you, you feel terrible about it. And that demon is like, you know what? My job is done. Let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next single mother. Oh, look at them. They flirting with each other. They in a bar. They flirting with each other. They gonna have unprotected sex. Let me get in her head. Once she get pregnant, the same process is over and over and over again. And you allow it. You allow that. You go against the scriptures and don't care. You understand? And the thing is, I.S.U.P.K, we're not here to destroy our black women that have had abortions. You understand? The thing is, we're here to teach you that you shouldn't do it. You understand? So it won't happen again. So you can repent. And you can definitely be in good graces with the Most High. But after this class, after you hear these precepts and understand how the Most High feels about this, if you still decide that you get pregnant and you feel like, you know what, I wasn't ready. It was not him, not that dude. You know what I mean? I still got a man, and I done dipped off with this brother, and I done got pregnant. I don't know who's the father. I gotta get rid of it. If you still feel that way, then you will be destroyed. You understand? You got something for me, sir?
Did you have something for me to read?
I do. Matter of fact, that article I got for you. The why? I'm glad you brought that up. The why?
The underbar.
Yeah, go ahead and bring that up for me, sir.
This is an article that was put out by the ethics guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, when does a fetus get the right to life?
Right.
It says, those in favor of abortion often suggest the debate centuries upon when the fetus becomes sufficiently human to have the right to life.
It's a lot, sir. Now you hear that, man? It's been a debate for centuries on when exactly the fetus is alive. You understand? Like, when is the fetus exactly alive? People have debated that for centuries. So if they've been debating it for centuries, that lets you know that nobody knows. You understand? So go ahead, sir.
Opponents believe the fetus is never anything other than human from conception, and therefore has a right to life from this time. It's a key point in the debate, especially for those involved in drafting laws and regulating abortion. It says, spelling out the problem. Everyone agrees that the adult human beings have the right to life. Some people would say that the fertilized cell resulting from conception does not have the right to life. Therefore, the right to life is acquired sometime in between those 2 points. And the big question is, when? It's sometimes put in another way as a question, when does life begin? Referring to the sort of life that we regard as precious. Strange idea. Unfortunately, there's no agreement in medicine, philosophy, or theology as to what stage of fetal development should be associated with the right to life. That isn't surprising, because the idea that there is a precise moment when a fetus gets the right to live, which it didn't have a few moments earlier, feels very strange. And when you look closely at each of the suggested dates, they do seem either arbitrary or not precise enough to decide whether the unborn should live, the unborn should have the right to live. Nonetheless, as a matter of practicality, many abortion laws lay down a stage of pregnancy after which abortion is unlawful, because the fetus has a right to life, and the dates chosen are usually based on viability.
Right. Based on viability. You understand how that's pretty much saying like it's based on them being able to survive. You understand? You can drop it right there, so that's a lot. Yeah, it's a like you're pretty much you debate you it's like, all right, think about it like this. All right. Think about yourself as you and the doctors are the court system. And this child is he's fighting for his life now. You understand? In front of y'all. Let's say you're the judge. You understand? Because you get the final decision on it. Now you gotta decide on the right. If this child has the right to live. You understand that? You gotta decide if this child is going to have the right. And when you think about giving a child the right to live, now it's like, all right, do I want you to live? Is my life going to be compromised? Am I going to be comfortable if you live? You understand? Now it's based on comfortability. If I really want to, if I want to sacrifice everything that I had in my mind that I wanted to do, so you can live. You understand? So now you got to bang the gavel. All right, you know what? Bang. Life. Let's give you life. You understand? Let's say they decide, all right, we're going to give you life. Beautiful thing. But then when you think about it, you actually debated on this child's life. You understand? Like we have to get into the mode of understanding that we don't get to decide life. You understand? You have to understand that the Most High decides when life is going to be and not. You understand? So let's say you chose death. Bang. Death. Taking this life. I decided that no, you don't have the right. You don't have the right to live. Think about that. You taking this child's life before this child's life fully begins. Now the child's life already begun. Your body, our bodies are alive. When your body intertwined, when those eggs, when that sperm meets that egg, like they are alive. You understand? Like that's cells that's in your body that they are alive and creating. It's just like a child being born an infant, to becoming a toddler, to becoming a teenager, like to becoming a man. Like these are stages of a life. You understand that? Like you cutting short the first stage of their life in progress by deciding that I want a career. You understand? I want to be able to. I want to be able to relax and chill and live. I don't want to have to deal with getting baby powder or breastfeeding, which is definitely a better option. Or even decide that I gotta buy Pampers. Pampers not even that much. Like people spend on Pampers what they spend at the bar. You understand? Like you because of its finances and quality time that we decide that we kill. In those same situations, which is murder, what I'm talking about, murder, when we hear stories about people being murdered, we hear about senseless murders in the streets, and we want to say that, oh, that was terrible, man. He killed that brother over nothing. Man, 10 people got killed at a cookout. Come on, man, that's crazy. The hood is out of control. People always want to talk about how out of control and how little worth that we hold on human life. But then we decide that, you know what, I want to take this life because it's uncomfortable for me. Because now I'm not comfortable with the fact that you're about to have my baby. Comfortable with the fact that I'm about to have your baby. So we decide that let's choose murder. Let's choose murder above life. And the Most High is never for that. He's never been for that. Not even against our enemies. Unless he gives the call and say, attack or destroy. That's the only time. But until then, no, you don't have the right to it. All you Christians, you don't have the right to it. You understand? All these other religions, I don't even feel like getting into all the names. I'm Christian, etc. All of y'all the same to me. Everything like you don't have the right to tell these women that they have the choice to be able to take a life. You know, it's like I look at my baby boy all the time, and I look at him, and I think when I look at him, I look at them abortion signs that we had on down election market every Saturday. When we down there from 12 to 5 to 6, whenever we decide that, you know what I mean, the people are done getting this truth. You until the next week. Matter of fact, it only had to be till the next week. Monday, we coming right back at you with these classes. But when I look at those pictures, I see that and I look at my son and think about he could have been that picture. He could have been one of those babies on that picture. Like, man, that breaks my heart to realize that there are other babies out there that are on these pictures these pictures are still being taken, like pictures of these babies. Like, that is terrible, man. And it's our people. Like, we lead what do we got? Over 300,000 abortions a year. Come on, man. We need soldiers. If you feel like you're not man enough or you're not woman enough to take care of this baby, man, bring it to the I.S.U.P.K. We got it. We gonna take care of it. You know what I mean? Because we real men in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? We gonna do what's right by them babies. You understand? We gonna still get the truth out to y'all. We gonna have the baby in the classroom. We got sisters that'll help take care of these babies while we teach them. Like, death is never an option. You don't have the ability. You weren't given that power to kill. You understand? If you didn't see the Most High, you didn't come to you and say, kill him, destroy him. Then you don't have that. You didn't get that order. You understand? Like, you have to understand that when you're dealing with the Most High, He's giving orders. We have orders. We deal with rank. We have orders that we have to. There is a ranking order. There is Salati. I got two upset Salati, so you understand? Like, we got to understand that we are dealing with lives. If you can't stand to see these brothers out here murdering each other or even hearing the stories, you got some people that decide that they don't want to hear rap music because it pretty much promotes violence. But you'll decide that you want to kill this baby. You understand? It's just like Just like my other one was bringing up, you understand, like the difference between death and murder. Now, we understand that if your life is in danger, if the doctors tell you, you know what I mean, for a fact, if this baby comes out, you're going to die. You come on and get counsel. You come on to the I.S.U.P.K and get counsel first before you decide anything. Come on and get counsel. So you know what I mean? So these men of the Lord can tell you exactly what you should do. You understand? Let you know what I mean. Let the men, you know what I mean. Let the men of Most High. I mean, let the men in council know that what your doctor said. Let them break it down to you, and then you'll get counsel on it. At that point, then you'll get to understand. Like then we can tell you, okay, you know what, Slocky, not we. I'm also 50. You know what I'm saying? Let those men above me, these honorable men above me, you understand, tell you what you need to do. Because at that point, then you're on then it's self-defense. You understand? That's when you can get that understanding and know that, you know what, all right, I cannot kill this baby. Or I have to get this procedure done because it's my life or this baby. Now it's self-defense. You understand? It's not just you killing this child and taking this life. You have to make that decision. You have to make a conscious decision with the help of the men of the Lord by understanding that, you know what, the men of the Lord will tell you, you know what, you might have to go ahead and get that procedure done in order to save your life. You understand? But you by yourself, because you want to go party, because you want your career, you want to decide that I can't do it. No, that's not right. You understand? You're breaking God's love. You understand? That's one of the worst things. You know what I mean? Like you looked at it as a Gentile. You understand? You're gonna cry to the Most High. You know, I feel like every woman that got an abortion, they praying. They didn't pray before it happened. You know what I mean? They didn't went to church. They didn't went to church. You know what I mean? I need y'all to pray for me. Make sure. Yeah, let's pray for the sister. You know, let's make sure that, you know what I mean, everything works out good, that she survives and the baby dies as planned. You understand? That's what your Christian church is going to tell you. You understand? Matter of fact, and let's hear what the Most High has to say about that. You understand? That in where we at? We're going matter of fact, let's get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12. That's the verse 5 and 6. I got that, sir. You got the water, sir. That's Wisdom of Solomon, 12, chapter 12, verse 5.
Gotcha.
What?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 5. And also those merciless murderers of children.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, like that's a direct cut. Come on, now. Merciless murderers of children. Come on, man. Like, not deny that that's what you are. Because like we brought out earlier, you only can go off of what you read to know that that child is not alive inside your womb. You understand? So at that point, you are a merciless murderer, a murderer of the children. You understand? So like,
okay. And devourers of man's flesh, and the feast of blood.
You understand that? Now, matter of fact, let me get verse 6.
Okay. Wisdom of Solomon, 12, verse 6. With their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew.
You hear that? Your idolatrous crew. You understand? Your priest, that's your crew. Because they backing you. You understand? They with it. Oh yeah, go ahead, baby girl. Like, you know what? Go ahead. And when you get it done, come on back to church Sunday and we're gonna pray for you and make sure you hear. We're gonna pray for a speedy recovery. You understand? That, you know what I mean? Hopefully the baby, you know what I mean, been ripped apart, been pulled out of you successfully, and then you come on back here. You know, we got the collection plate waiting for you, making sure that everything is good for you. You know, and you get your career started back, and when you're ready, go ahead and try again, sister. What's what we say?
And the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help.
You hear that? You killed with your own hands. You understand? Like you agreed for this to happen. You understand? You put the money up. You killed with your own hand. I don't even think men really understand that. That's your seed. You understand? Like we carry the seed. She's holding that baby. She's holding that baby for you. But that's your seed. That's you. That's you helping destroy. You're destroying that. With your hand, with your own hands, souls destitute of help. You understand that? Like that baby is in need of help. You understand? It can't help itself. It can't fight. It can't do anything but be needing help. It's all it can do is ask for help. It's want help. So like, all it can do is want help. It can't ask for anything because it's in the first stage of its life. It's in the first stage. You understand? We think that, all right, birth, and then everything after that, birth is the first stage. No, when it's hit, like a child, when my red was pregnant with my child, 28, she did a little thing on Google where you can follow like it gave a progress on everything that's happening in the fetus. You know, the white man, you got all types of technology now. You can look in, you know what I mean, check the baby out, do all it, you know what I mean, everything you're doing. 28 weeks and your baby can actually cry. You understand that? Like your baby can cry at 28 weeks. You understand? Like, so we don't even know everything that it can do before that. I mean, Sly, we do know that things it can do before that. But when it's forming and becoming a baby that or what you would like to see on the slide. So what is called with the when you get the black and white pictures? God. Sonogram.
The sonogram.
Slide. The sonogram. When you want to see that, when you're like, oh, it's cute. Before when first you're like, it looks like a little alien, or whatever. But when it becomes something that you see as beautiful, you don't know, like it's growing in that woman's womb, and you destroy that. You understand? You merciless destroy, like you merciless killer of children. You understand? You're merciless because you don't care after it's done. You hurt for a little while, but then it's back to business as usual. Good, so you got something funny?
I got something that's funny but serious though. This not long came out on the internet, but it's something that happened in July 2014. But this is showing you the wickedness that's in churches, and that these pastors are sleeping and raping the members of their congregation. This is on the Christian Post. The Christian Post. And the title of the story reads, "Pastor impregnates 20 members of his congregation and claims the Holy Spirit told him to do it."
Oh, good night. Good night. Yeah. The hell of a Holy Spirit.
I got some more, sir.
Oh, God.
It says, a self-styled 53-year pastor from Nigeria who impregnated more than 20 members of his congregation, including several married women and young girls, claiming that the Holy Spirit told him to have sex with them, had been arrested for sexual abuse.
It ain't no surprise that he's Nigerian.
God.
Yeah, man. It's terrible because sometimes when you hear stories like that, you hope that it's these heathens. You understand? Like, I know how destroyed we are as a people, But some when you hear certain stories, you like, please don't be one of us. You like that? You got some more on that?
Good. Eber Amarazu, DSP, a spokesman for the Enugu State Police Command, told Nige that General Overseer of Vineyard Ministries of the Holy Trinity, this name,
the Holy Trinity, they all way lost. Yeah.
Pastor Timothy Nelgu was arrested for abusing his female members.
Where was that, sir? This is in Africa, right?
Nigeria.
Okay, all right. So I can't pronounce it. Yeah, one of those names.
It's getting all of me. It says, the pastor claims to be obeying prophetic spiritual injunction to do the will of God, which is to impregnate anyone chosen and revealed by the Holy Spirit, irrespective of whether the woman is married or not, say Amarazu.
And what scripture did he get this from? Where are they getting this from? Is he saying that somebody talking to him? Like, what's going on? Like, how did you just come up with that? How did women just actually just be with it? Oh, okay. But he said it. You know what? That's how much power they got. Please bring it out, sir.
Okay. It says, when the woman is delivered of the baby, the child remains in the ministry with the mother for life, he added. According to a Vanguard report, Negul was reported to the police by his estranged wife, Veronica Negul, who got tired of his lascivious behavior after he impregnated her young niece.
Oh, this dude is having fun out there, huh? He's just having all kinds of African fun. He just, good night. Hold on. All right, so she got tired of it after he impregnated her niece. She wasn't tired of it after 20 women got pregnant?
She got tired after his lascivious behavior of impregnating 20 members of his congregation. Then she found out he impregnated her young niece, his estranged wife, young niece.
All right, so did you say in the beginning of that this dude, he said the child has to stay with the mother for life?
In the ministry.
So what was that? So he don't have to deal with it.
Check this out.
Man.
Check this out. It's a little bit more.
You got a plate in his tongue? You got a plate? Oh no, you got a plate on the bottom of his tongue?
No, he need a chastity belt. But let me read some more on this.
Go.
A brother of the pastor who did not want to be identified told Vanguard that he had been warning Negul and his family about his behavior for a long time, but he refused to listen. The arrest, he said, was God's wrath falling on his brother. It says, let me tell you, God's anger has befallen my brother. We have severally appealed to him to stop what he was doing, but he refused. He has colonized our compound, bearing children with recklessness. He accused us of being jealous of him because he is doing the will of God, the brother told Vanguard. Look at these buildings here. He has pointed to the church compound. He has converted all of them to himself in the name of Vineyard. I can't say exactly what he informed his spirit to the devilish act in the name of God. He sacked his betrothed wife, who has 3 children from him, and embarked on impregnating married women and young girls. Look at the whole compound littered with children of different sex and age, he lamented. How can an educated man of his status reason like an unrefined man? All members of the vineyard are fools. How can a woman abandon her husband for another man in the name of worshiping God and practice adultery? I cannot get myself involved in this matter. Vero has opted the vessel of worms in the vineyard. Let them sort themselves out with the police. but I want the ministry to be shut down completely, he added. And it says, Nguru told Niger that he has approximately 5 wives with 13 children, along with concubines he acquired by the prophetic will of God. He said has never had sex with any of the married women unless their husbands agree with the request of the Holy Spirit.
Oh, man.
Can I say something, sir?
Man, please do.
That is so wrong. That's why the scriptures reveal the truth. The same thing that is happening with this, and this is all the way in Nigeria, is the same thing that's happening in the Christian whorehouses that is the religious denominational church, as well as the rest of these religious denominations, is whoring, backbiting, murder, and all that in the Christian church. And you can read that in Romans 1 and 25 to 32, the whorish and devilish and wicked behavior that had been happening for centuries in the Christian, Catholic, and religious denominational church.
That's great, man. That's a new article right there.
It's an old article, but just to bring up the relevancy of why the church would tell them, go ahead, we'll pray for you, because they want that demon to jump on you, to tell the woman to have the abortion. Because the pastor and preacher be telling her after they had that fun with her, oh, I'm going to go ahead and have sex with you, but, think about your career. Think about how much I love you. Don't get this out. Just like Jamal Bryant of Baltimore, before he went ahead and ran to Atlanta with that homosexual outburst, went ahead and was telling these young girls that he had affairs with, go ahead and abort the baby. I'll pay for it. And he never lived up to the offer.
Right. And then he can't live up to nothing.
Exactly. He being so fabulous in Atlanta.
Man, good night, man. That's crazy. And I think it's crazy just how Nigerians think that God really give a damn what they think.
Because most I don't care about. Let them all have all the children that they want.
Right.
They're going to be servants very soon. Thank the Most High in Christ. Revelation 13, 9, and 10.
Right, go ahead. He told me he working for the devil. Man, good night. Ain't none of that about God.
God.
Man, never ain't care about him. That's crazy. Ah, that was deep. Man, all right. Let's jump back into this. I'm hoping that some of these sisters already, sisters and brothers, you understand. Because, man, I know the women making the biggest noise, you understand, about this whole thing. So I'm hoping they getting it, but I'm hoping these brothers understand too. I know a lot of these brothers, they don't like putting on condoms. That took a lot. The YouTube it takes a lot. You understand? And I know how these brothers is. You understand? But hopefully you can, if you feel like you love the Most High, you understand? You would take heed to the words of the Most High. You understand? Because everything we're giving you is out of this book. You understand? And if you don't, you will be destroyed. You understand? Definitely understand that. You understand? All right, let me, matter of fact, let's get into, Psalms 100, verse 3. Psalm 100, verse 3.
Con.
Yeah. I keep trying to find it, which
I got it. Con, you gotta be fast with the flipping and the holding.
I'm so not fast, and I'm scrolling to the phone. I keep forgetting who I'm in here with.
God. I have it, sir. You want me to read?
Come on. Wow, sir.
Ayundabar. Psalms 103. Salakia. Psalms chapter 100, verse 3. Mm-hmm. Know ye that the Lord, He is Yahweh. He is that hath made us, and not we ourselves.
Mm.
We are his people and the sheep of his pasture.
You hear that? Now know that ye the Lord Yahweh, he has made us. You understand? Not we ourselves. He didn't make us. You understand? He made us. You understand? So you don't have power that you feel like you can destroy what he has made. The Most High made that baby inside your womb. You understand? Not you. You understand? The Most High decided that he wanted to put that baby inside you. So just understand that you're going against the Most High when you decide that you want to go down to Planned Parenthood and give them the right to destroy what the Most High has put inside you. That your adulterous crew has gotten together and decided, you let this white woman talk to you all nice. Baby, it's okay. We do this procedure all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you. You'll be safe. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You understand? As for the baby, not so much. But you'll be okay. You understand? Like, sign these papers. We'll get that right about. Get that problem right about you. You understand? Like, that's what you gotta understand, that you're going against what the Most High has put inside you. You didn't make yourself. You understand? You didn't make this baby. I understand you feel like, all right, me and this man had sex, or me and this woman had sex, and I put that baby in her. But y'all didn't do that. You understand? The Most High decided to put that baby in that woman. Put your baby inside that woman. You understand?
And you know what? This is such oxymoron going, speaking the truth, because we're the speaking spot downtown at Lexington Market. You go up the street from Lexington Market and you got Planned Parenthood right there. Directly up the street from the speaking spot. We speaking truth. They sitting up there in all comfort, burning up our children.
Right, I'm gonna blaze them this weekend.
God.
Man. That's crazy, man. Like, it's terrible. You know what I mean? Like, our people gotta know. Like, we gotta understand that we going against the Most High when we do this. We thinking that it's okay because the Christian church give us the okay. You understand? The Christian churches give it okay. People don't even understand that Margaret Sanger, when she decided that she wanted to start matter of fact, it was already started. Planned Parenthood was already started, but she wanted to get more black people involved. So she said, let us get the Christian priests to come in here and say that pretty much to help bring more black people in, to make them feel like it's not an extermination on y'all, it's just to help y'all. You understand? And who do they get? Who she got? W.E.
W.E.D. Du Bois.
Come on. He actually backed that. You understand? As highly celebrated as this man is, he actually helped her. You understand? Highly celebrated by black people. He actually helped move her. What is her?
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton. You understand? Who black people? Every time I hear people saying, "Cause I never voted," you understand? I had the blessing of being but I never voted. But when I hear people that say that they voted, people say, "Yeah, I voted for Hillary. So I ain't want Trump in there. I voted for Hillary." You understand? She was a better choice. She was a lesser of both evils. You understand? That's what it was. Black people, we're not supposed to vote. We're not supposed to be involved with that. But black people for some reason love Hillary Clinton. And for what? You understand? It wasn't for her husband, who she backed. You understand? Like, the 3-strike rule would never been in play. You understand? You gotta start putting this up.
Especially with all the allegations of rape and misconduct that Bill Clinton did in the Oval Office, had women take them directly to court for the inappropriate touching and, having relations with them when they already got a husband. He was taken to court for his sexual allegations.
And you see that, and that's the woman who we all wanted to be the president. You understand? You understand? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's her man. That's her man. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we all wanted. You understand? Like, we feel like, you know what I mean? Side note, we feel like Trump is the, you know what I mean? A lot of our people feel like Trump is the worst thing to happen. Which he did put a lot of things in play that's terrible. Like, it's terrible when you're doing our Spanish brothers and sisters. You understand? Like, that's definitely terrible. But at the same time, this man is the face. He's the perfect person to be in that seat because he represents everything that America is. You understand? Racist, like a super sexual predator. You understand? You understand? Go ahead, sir.
His favorite thing, grabbed him by the vagina.
Grab it. You understand? Grab it. My man, grab it. He said grab it. But everybody seemed to respect the fact that he a businessman. You understand? Come on, man. Man, he spoon fit. What they call it? Silver spoon. He got a silver spoon in his mouth. That's it. And he couldn't even do that right. He lost much. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
Now he's being taken to court for hiding his taxes for hiding money for the taxes that he never paid.
Right. Man, come on, man. That's America all the way. Stay, you know what I mean, trying to hide something. You understand? But I have a brother convicted for years. You have a felony on your record for years. You understand? But not, you know what I mean, not American. Who gonna pull up American record? You understand? When they gonna get put on trial? I'm going way up. You about to, man. All right, what we got? Get back into, you know what I mean, helping these babies being raised. You understand? By, you know what I mean, our people. We the salt. You understand? We the salt of the earth. You understand? If we can't raise these babies, then nobody can. You understand? You know what I mean? I was watching the grill, matter of fact. I don't know if that was Monday or last Monday. Man, it was a little brother. I'm hoping he was a young brother. I kind of felt like he had the spirit of a Hamite. But this dude, he was raised by some white people. They on the playground. This dude, the white girl, she jumping down off of the swing. This dude jumps down, gets on all fours, so that she can have to. She can get down soft, like she can have a soft land. She jumped down, so, like she didn't even have to jump down. She just put her feet down. He right there. Then she wanted to get back on it. He get back down on his hands and knees, and she stands on his back. You hear the white woman in the background like, oh, good boy. He's a good boy. Like, come on, man. That's what's gonna happen to your kids. That's what's gonna happen to our people if y'all decide that, okay, I'm gonna go. All right, you convinced me. I ain't gonna kill him. I'm gonna just give him up. All right, I'm gonna do that. That's what's gonna happen to our kids. That's what's gonna happen to our babies. You understand? Our soldiers. You understand? That's what's gonna happen to them if we decide that we won't pick up the ball. Some white people won't pick them up. You understand? Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt, somebody gonna pick them up. They don't know what's gonna happen to them after that. I seen a little black kid in the stroll at the market the other day. I'm in there with my son. We see the little black dude. He just sitting there. He just balled up in the cart with the kids to that with two white people. I ain't want to keep stirring, but it was kind of one of them things that you just could not turn away after you see it. It's one of them things after you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm just looking like, yeah, like what's going on? So I'm like, he look weird. Hey, he look weird like that. He with two white, they just talking and like, so now in my head I'm just like, man, what's gonna happen with this young black child? You understand? Black people, like heathens cannot raise the children of God. You understand? Like you cannot, the children of men should not be able to raise the children of God. It's just unheard of. You understand? But we allow it to happen because we too lazy to take care of our own. And not even lazy, we just feel like we don't want to deal with it. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and that's so prevalent that you're speaking about, these other nations taking care of our children, which we should be taking care of our children and never giving them up to adoption to another nation. But you have celebrities like Charlize Theron, who turned a black little boy into a girl.
Good night. Yeah? No, I gotta look that up. Man, come on now.
Her name is Charlize Theron.
Yeah, I know you're talking. Matter of fact, I did hear that. Salaki, sir. I did. Man, that's fully disgusting. Come on now. You see where our black children are either winding up ripped to shreds in some trash bag or burned up somewhere or being footstools to the white man and his white daughters, or they even just their manhood is being stripped away from them. You understand? Like that's what's happening to our children that we allowing to happen. You understand? We allow these things to happen. We feel like it's nothing wrong. Like you feel like in the beginning of this argument, I felt like destroying our children was one of the worst things. Matter of fact, I thought that was the worst thing. Until you think about our children being adopted by these heathens, man, and them giving them a culture. We already don't know our culture already. But then you get given to a heathen people and they give you their culture. And then you all the way lost. You understand? Like man, like it's disgusting, man. Like come on, man. She turned what could have been a strong black soldier, a warrior, into a feminized whatever. Like man, that's disgusting, man. And he's like, this is what we got to deal with, man. Let me get back to these scriptures, man. Man, it's like it's hard, man. Like it's real hard, like that. People really fight the fact that they should be able to have the right to kill a baby. You understand? Like, man, we need to start. It need to be like I want to ride around with the abortion pictures on my windows. People need to see it. People might feel like, man, that's way too extreme. But you need to see it because every person that I've debated against has said that it should be okay for us to do that. When you take that baby out, man, like we becoming just monsters, man. Like and we can't even compare the monsters. Matter of fact, let me get Lamentations 4 and 3, sir. Like we monsters are more humanized than us. You understand? They have more compassion than us. You understand? Like we really we give up our young.
I got it.
Yeah.
Lamentations 4 and 3. Even the sea monsters draw out from the breast.
You understand that now? The sea monsters. Now, we talk about the sea monsters. Talking about just even large mammals. You understand? Even the sea monsters draw out of there and give their Salaki, so did you even get their Salaki? Give suck to their young ones. You understand? Like, like when you gotta think about like a dolphin. A dolphin, their babies, like they actually nurse their child. Like it's like they actually nurse their babies. You understand? So they got feet and suck like nipples, and their babies their babies swim close to them and they feed, they get their nutrition. You understand? They have sense. They take care of theirs. You understand? Go ahead, Chef. I'm shocked.
But they get sucked to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness.
And the Most High just said, like, the daughter of his people, a holy people, you understand, has become cruel like the ostrich in the wilderness. What do the ostrich do? You understand? They lay their eggs and roll out. You understand? So, go ahead, sir.
Or some of them, if they get jealous of another ostrich that laid eggs, they break that other ostrich egg. They actually kill them babies.
That's a good point. Definitely. Like, you understand? Like, that's how our people has become. To murder, like an ostrich murdering another ostrich baby. You understand?
Oh, basically in that scripture, the Most High calling the daughter of Zion, what they doing now to our babies by aborting them and killing them, the Most High is calling them dumb. Because that's what an ostrich is. An ostrich ain't got no sense. An ostrich is cruel and dumb.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. Like how women like to commit murder, to murder a child. Like that's like you're cruel, merciless, and you're dumb for doing that. You understand? Like you're God's people. You understand? Yahweh chose us above all people. You understand? And this is like we're becoming less than the sea monsters. You understand? Dumb ostriches. You understand? Like that's what we have become. Thanks to the white man. You understand? Because it always go back to the white man. You understand? But our women have become henchmen to the white man. You understand? Like you allow the white man to go ahead and tell you what you can do. But this is the crazy thing. Because let the white man tell you, you can divorce your baby. You can be a murderer. You understand? But you talk down on the black man and make sure he's on child support because he can't afford the child. He can't financially afford the child. So you talk down on him. So that black man goes on child support because he can't financially take care of the baby. But he can give that baby jewels. You understand? He can teach that child how to be a man. You understand? He can teach that child how a man should treat a woman. You understand? Like you're taking away that from that child because of your selfishness, because of your stupidity. That you understand? Like you decide that I'm in my feelings so much that I'm gonna neglect this child and take away the most important part of their life, which is their father. You understand? Just like the white man did. Henchmen. You know what I mean? You're good agents for the white man. You understand? You have to understand that. You're doing a damn good job. You understand? Like, and it's disgusting because we don't decide to take up for our people, but we do decide all the time to go against our people. And it seems like it's such an easy choice to make. Either our women are going against us, or the women are going against the black man. The women are going against the child, the baby. You understand? Women don't feel like they don't feel like they're an issue. You understand? They don't feel like they should be the blame. Women don't want to listen to the black man at all. But I guarantee they're gonna damn sure listen to the white man. Everything he telling them to do, they're gonna do it. Because it's the opposite of what the black man is telling them to do, which is opposite of what the Most High wants them to do. You understand? You got a righteous man, of course. You understand? We're gonna, but like I said, a lot of times these sisters feel like you feel like that is your choice. You understand? You feel like I can do this. I can do this. You understand? It's my body. I want to let you know that nah, sweet, it's not. You understand? The white man makes you feel like it's your choice, just like he makes you feel like everything else is a choice. You understand? Let me get clear about the show. 1 Corinthians, verse 3, 16 to 17, sir. So we can let these sisters know that it might sound good, and the only reason why it sounds good is because your head's been pumped up so much by America that you feel like I can do what I want to do. This is my choice. You understand? You got that from the start?
Come on, Khan. I mean, slack it, Khan.
None but.
You sound like you up there, most definitely.
The wild, son.
A young bar. 1 Corinthians 3 and 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh?
Know ye not that you are the temple. You understand? You are the temple of Yahweh. Understand it. And I'm not talking about the temple like you like, but you gotta eat spinach and kale and make sure you eating all the healthy vegan food and all that. Nah, I'm not talking about the Most High is not talking about that. You understand? You understand? It's not about what you put in your body through food. You understand? So it's
God. Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh, and that the Spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you? Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of Yahweh, him shall Yahweh destroy.
So you understand that? Now, if anybody, like, if you, Slide, sir, can you read that spot, that last part again?
Con. It says, if any man defile the temple of Yahweh, him shall Yahweh destroy.
You understand that? And you need to understand that when you go through all that you go through, all the pain that you go through after abortion, all the bleeding for days that you go through, all the pain, everything that happens, that's the Most High doing it to you. You understand? That's your body being destroyed. You understand? Because you went against the Most High. You understand now? Like I said, I know there's probably a lot of women that's already done it. You've already gotten abortions at some point. But just understand this. After tonight, after the night class, or whenever you decide that you're going to watch this class, after you hear these precepts, if you still decide to do that, there's no telling what the Most High is going to do to you. Because he can wink at your ignorance. You understand? But when you know better, understand that the Most High will destroy you. You understand? I'm on that stuff.
For the temple of Yahweh is holy. Which temple are ye?
You understand that? And your temple is holy. Like, you are not the same as these heathens. You understand? You cannot go into Planned Parenthood and decide, I'm going to destroy this baby. You understand? You can't go to the white man and say, I need an appointment. You can't call them up, tell them I need an appointment to get rid of what the Most High has put inside my body. You understand? Because to get rid of this prophet, this possible prophet that's inside my body. You understand? You cannot do that. Like your body, like this temple that the Most High has given you. You understand? It's his temple. You understand? You taking it for the moment. We like I said, we are the salt of the earth. We are here to let these people know, to let these heathen nations know how they should, deal with life. You understand? How the Most High wants them to carry themselves in life. You understand? How they should carry their life, how they should carry themselves according to the Most High. You understand? We are supposed to be the example. They supposed to follow us. They follow us. They do definitely follow us, but they follow us in the ignorance that we show them. You understand? Everything that we do, they want to do. You understand? And the way that we dance, the way that we dress, they want to do it. It's we saw. You understand? This would be a blame world, a blame land. If it was for every place that we are, it's some salt, it's some flavor added. You understand? That's because the Most High we put it everywhere. You understand? We hit everything on that side.
Con.
All right, let me get Did we already hit Exodus 20 and 13?
If you want to, you can go over the green.
Yeah, definitely. Come. Just to hit hard. Just to let people know. You understand? Hit hard on it.
You want me to explain it again?
Come, sir. In case anybody just now tuning in.
Con. Exodus 20 and 13. Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill. You understand that? Thou shalt not kill. Let me break that for myself before I get into it.
Con. You know, when it tells you thou shalt not kill, you know, the scriptures will actually say thou shalt do no murder. Because like the difference is brought out. Thou shalt not kill is la'ah harab, which is not there when you go to the Hebrew. But when you actually go to the Hebrew, in the law, in the Hebrew that were originally written in, not Yiddish, but actual Lashon Kodash, you'll find out that it would say, thou shalt do no murder, which is la'at ratazak, which is thou shalt do no murder, which killing can be a righteous thing. You have to defend yourself. You have to hunt for food. You have to defend your family, your nation, your people, etc. But if you are murdering somebody, that is without a cause, and you're doing it because of your evil lust, that you hate the person so much that you rather see him dead than anything, and you just go and stab him up. You just go and shoot him because you can. That is murder. La'ah Tharat Tazak.
Wow, sir. Wow. This is so to let you know that when you decide to abort that baby, it's you're murdering that baby. You understand? It's not killing. You're murdering that baby. And that's what we need to understand. Like we brought out earlier, all you can do is speculate and guess if that baby is alive. You understand? And all you can do is go off of pretty much the white man's science that says that baby is not alive. It's not alive yet. You got Christians that believe that the baby ain't alive until it breathes, until it comes out. It breathes its first breath. You understand? Which is insane. You understand? Like, and that, like, what the hell is moving inside that woman's womb? You understand? What you can feel it. What the hell? Why is there a heartbeat? You understand? What is that?
Weeks of development with living and breathing tissue, lungs, organs, brain developing. Living organisms that's breathing and developing, making that baby whole.
Right. But of course, I feel like, a lot of our people would like to go with whatever their Christian preacher is telling them because it sounds. Matter of fact, Salah said, what's the precept for smooth words? We love hearing smooth words. You got that? Shalom, he said. I'm gonna put you on the spot like that.
No doubt.
But it's easy to hear. It's easy to deal with. It's easy to deal with.
Got it.
You got it.
Got it.
I ain't got it right. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 30:9.
Isaiah 30:9.
God.
I'm gonna have to go back to this class and definitely write that down.
God. I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Wow, sir.
You want me to read?
Come on, what kind, sir? Come on. Oh, shit.
Isaiah 30:9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Mm-hmm.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Mm.
Prophesy deceit.
Prophesy deceit. You understand that? Speak to us smooth things. You understand? This is, you know what I mean, like which to the seers. You understand? Like the seers pretty much what the prophet was used to be called. You understand? See not, and to the prophets, prophecy not unto us. Right things speak unto us smooth things. Prophecy deceit. You understand? Like you're being told lies, but it sounds good. You understand? Like you like those smooth words. Like our people love those smooth words. Just like you love to hear that baby ain't alive yet. It's what do they say? What do they say in the world like that about the fetus? It's just a fetus. Like it ain't nothing yet. You know, when you good, just go ahead and kill that little. But the crazy thing is you gotta say kill it. How can you kill something that's not alive? You understand? You got something, sir?
And when the scriptures say prophesy deceit, which means those same pastors and preachers, which are the Pharisees and Sadducees of the past that came up against Christ to try to take him out and away from us, is those same pastors that's in the church up there telling our women to abort their babies. So they going against the most high law of thou shalt not do murder. And when Christ said in Matthew 19:18, thou shalt do no murder, they going against the word of the Most High by telling the women to abort and kill their fetuses.
The most wickedest thing, man. So I think the Christian church is one of the most. I think. So who would you say is on top? The Catholics or the Christians? Like who is more wicked?
The Catholics, they've been doing it for years.
Because the Christians pretty much
Second.
descended, like they pretty much
exactly.
Like
the Bible, so like the Bible tell you, sir, the church, the Christian church or any denominational church out here is the house of Satan. Second to those Jewish bastards that's up there in the church in the synagogue, which is the chief house of Satan.
Right. Man, you cannot find anything. Like you cannot find more truth about what's going on in the world around you than inside these scriptures. You understand? And definitely in the I.S.U.P.K. You're not gonna get it. You understand? Like you gotta come into the I.S.U.P.K. Like you gotta come into these classes. You gotta look at these classes online and understand that you're being taught by prophets. You understand? The same prophets, matter of fact, understand that your child could be a prophet. You understand? And matter of fact, what is that? What is that precept? It's a lot. With the prophet of the child.
Can you paraphrase it? I could
When you interfere, you pretty much interfering with the prophet of the Most High. Like your child could very much be the prophet of a prophet of the Lord. I think it might be Jeremiah. Okay, it is. Jeremiah 1:5 says, Slack is.
Jeremiah 1:5.
Come on.
Con.
Just to get it more. Just to beat it into your head more. You understand? What you're doing. You understand? Because like I said, people might not understand exactly what we're doing and how heinous the act is that we're doing, and how much hurt we're doing to our people. You understand? Like we definitely need our people. We definitely need soldiers. You understand? We need warriors. Come on, okay. You got it from me, sir? I'm gonna shut up. You would, sir.
Con. Jeremiah 1:5.
Uh-huh.
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Before, you understand that? Letting you know right there. Before he formed you in the belly. How, you know what I mean? This right here, damn the white man's science. You understand? This is the Most High, the creator of everything, telling you. Before he formed you in the womb, before your child was formed inside your womb, you understand? Before your night or your day, whenever it was, you had your pleasure. Before it happened, the Most High already had this person. You understand? And he already formed it. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
And this is so prevalent what you bringing out right here, because with the so-called white man and his evil technology and his wicked imagination and thoughts, and things about his science that he can do, the thing that he cannot do is create a life or preserve a soul.
Come on. Wow, so that was definitely happy. Definitely, man. Appreciate that, sir. That was definitely happy.
We got more on this.
Come on, sir. Good.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctify thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
You understand that? And like you could be interfering with a prophet. You understand? Like before the baby was formed in your woman's belly. Listen to this, sisters. Before the baby was formed in your belly. You understand? The Most High already knew. He already knew. You understand? He already knew that child, that baby, that you decided to abort. You understand? Like you have to understand that you're going against the Most High. He already knew it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, forget, you know what I mean, what the white man tell you that, all right, you know what I mean, at least after, how many weeks they tell you that you can there's too late? There's too late to have an abortion.
About 6 or 7.
Is it 6 or 7 weeks? He tell you, all right, it's too late because the Most High already knows. You understand? Like your baby he already got a soul and a life and all that. No. Before it was even put in your belly, you understand that? The Most High already knew this child. Your child can be a prophet to this nation that desperately needs it. Because we got women like you that decide to kill, that destroys. You understand? Our people. So we definitely need prophets. You understand? Like we need men that's gonna go out there, that's gonna put their life on the line and go out there and speak against all these false religions that keep our people away from the Most High. You understand? Like that's like we need this. You understand? And you got like that. That right there, that's another killer right there. You understand? Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. You understand? He already knew. He already knew you before you was formed in the belly. You got that? You understand? We gonna let me matter of fact, you got something for me, sir?
Gun. Jeremiah 31 and 22.
Jeremiah 31 and 22.
Gun. Hot topic.
Go ahead, break that out for me, sir.
And the reason why for the scripture, sir, is because the so-called white man gave the woman so much authority and power that whether it's getting a job to her forcing the husband out of the house so she can become the head of the household, or whether it's her decision to get rid of the baby, which should be up to the man.
Right.
If he know his wife won't survive the childbirth, the so-called white man done gave the woman so much power in that she don't even need his permission when she go to the hospital to abort the baby. Mm-hmm. So this is talk about a woman taking her position and compassing a man having the authority that America and the so-called wicked white man had gave her to tell the man, well, I don't have to ask nothing of you, when they tell you that a wife should be asking their husband.
And that's definitely, what it's like. So that's definitely a good point, because like when my red gave birth to my youngest son, man, matter of fact, before their birth even happened, I didn't have a say. Everything was, ma'am, miss, are you good? It was like I wouldn't even ask. Go ahead, sir, you got that?
Jeremiah 31 and 22. Uh-huh. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
Man, that's prophecy right there, man. Come on now. Like, how can you not believe in the Most High with these prophecies? You understand? Like, whatever book that you read that you're going to understand, that you're going to get a prophecy like this. You understand? It's like, I didn't even know really what you was about to bring out, sir. You understand? But prophecy fulfilled. You understand? Like, I done been through it. Like, man, that's crazy, sir. If you don't mind, sir, can you hit that again for me, sir?
Come, sir. Jeremiah 31 and 22. Mm-hmm. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
That's heavy. That's heavy, man. Like, and thanks to the white man, that's definitely, you understand? Like, that's definitely prophecy fulfilled. And that's why us was wrong with our women, though. You understand? They really felt like that they have the power above anything. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, like, all these points that was brought out about why women actually get abortions and everything. The majority of them is pretty much timing. It's timing and money. You understand? And like, women feel like they can't do certain things if they're not married. Because the church, I'll tell you quick, you had that baby out of wedlock. What the hell is that? What is that? Where do they get that from?
They got it from their own imaginations, because how you gonna have a baby out of wedlock when marriage is the wedding, is when you get together and decide what you're gonna do. That is the marriage. When you enter into the bedroom and you lock the door, and ain't nobody but you and your wife doing what come natural between a man and a woman. Check this out. And the Most High didn't say man and beast, because he'll kill you for that. He didn't say man and another man, which Leviticus 20 and 13. And, Romans 1 and 25 on down, talk about two women burning their lust to one towards another. But it's actually talk about a man and a woman coming together, making that marriage, which is in the bedroom, through his words, which is holy.
Right.
A man and a woman coming together, building a family, raising a nation, which is what the Most High had wanted. That's why he said, be fruitful and multiply, because it's from a man and a woman, and the man using his seed to be fruitful.
Right. And you know what? And that's another good point that you just hit, because people think that, it's natural for a man or a woman and a woman. How you gonna multiply if, you just caught up in your lust, which is, just you wanting man and man and woman. You can't multiply. Like you out of one of the best parts of being human is bringing more humans. You understand?
Exactly. I'm gonna give you something in layman terms, sir. Can a plug work without an outlet?
Good night. Right, there you man. I need to get that on the shirt. Man. Ain't never lie, man.
Where the power coming from if you don't have a plug and an outlet?
Right.
Two outlets can't do nothing but stare at each other. Two plugs can't do nothing but wish it was something to go into.
Right.
So if you got a plug and an outlet, that works, because one supplying the power, one giving the power.
Exactly. So
if you got two plugs or you got two outlets, ain't nothing working.
Yeah. That's tough. Let me hit him. Let me try to hit him again. Let me hit him. We got more coming for you. Let me hit him with this. Let me get Psalms 127 and 3. Psalms 127 and 3. Yeah, hopefully we hit some good scriptures. You understand? Hopefully, you sisters out here, you can. You got it?
Psalms 127 and 3. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward.
Come on, man. Like, some of these scriptures actually speak for themselves. You understand? But but it's, we teach this. You understand? So still hit you with it. You understand? You got some more on that, sir?
Yeah.
Come.
Verse 4. Salakia. Verse 4. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth.
Oh yeah, that's 4.
Meaning if a man has children, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's his legacy. That's his heritage. And to see them grow up is his reward. And then for them, just like a mighty man ain't running out of arrows, that mighty man having children, he going to continue to war and fight. Because why? They growing up before his eyes and going to be righteous too. So if a man of war don't have no weapons, how can he really fight? So if a man doesn't have children, how can he preserve his legacy?
All right. Come. Appreciate that, man. The wild. Definitely broke that down for me, sir. The wild.
A younger boy.
Yeah, it's just understanding, that's the Lord's reward. You understand? Like, the fruit of the womb is the Lord's reward. You understand? Like, you're going to definitely take away the Lord's reward. You that bold? You understand? But definitely hit that. But what time we got? Time check, sir?
8:58. You got 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Let me see if I got enough. Matter of fact, let me get 2nd Maccabees. 2nd Maccabees 7, verse 7. Sloppy, chapter 7, verse 22.
God. Please.
Come on.
God. Second Maccabees 7:22. I cannot tell how ye came into my womb.
You understand? And matter of fact, this right here, Second Maccabees, like this is, man, a beautiful story. You understand? Like this is definitely a story of warriors. You understand? This is the mother speaking to her children as they've been murdered in front of them. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
I cannot tell you how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you.
You understand? That's the mother pretty much telling you. You understand? She's telling her children, you understand, if they're being murdered, you understand, and she's like, look, you know what, I cannot tell you how you came into my womb. You understand? Of course she know she had sex with a man, she had sex with her husband. You understand? But she's telling me, I don't know. You understand? Like I didn't give you life or breath. You understand? The Most High did that. You understand? So everything that happened, like, yes, you're my child, you came through my body. But I didn't choose you. You understand? Like the Most High chose me, chose you to come through me. You understand? And that's pretty much what happened. But with that, definitely get into that. And with that, with the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohanna. We're going to pass the class over to Priest and Prophet, Officer of the Barda, Officer of 1,000, Salati, sir. Officer of 1,000. You understand?
God, it was an excellent class. That last scripture, I need to put in my awesome. That set me reeling. I need to put in my awesome. That was definitely firepower right there.
Wow.
A younger bar. These are the security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister coming to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. This is called the 6-month to 1-year rule. Do not break protocol or you will be going to council. Do as instructed by the head of your school or Commanding General Yohanna or General Mahaiman or any of the generals or captains above you. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3:8-10, which 10 in the Hebrew and is pronounced Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teachers, which means pay your tithes. You got things that you want to do, things that happen in Israel. We need to spread that wealth out amongst our own people, not no other nations, but our own people. Brothers and sisters got ideas to come up with and got things to do, and our own people need to help them businesses and things flourish within the nation of Israel. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, the upholy convocations, which are the Feast of First Fruits and the Midwest Cookouts. Remind Akim and Akwakim to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And that completes the security announcements. We get ready to give a one courtesy salute to the teacher, which is priest and officer of 50, Al-Azhar. Men of Israel, Amani Shabbat, Amani, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah, Yain Matah, dismissed.